Hello, welcome to part 4 of What If Deku Was an Experiment. I would like 2 likes to continue this. So, yeah. Um, you, yeah. Like the video. Static. Okay, um, so, Deku, okay. After if I didn't bring this up, Ida's brother gets stabbed by Stain. Oh, wait, no. No! Actually, no. I guess I shouldn't. Hmm. Guess he is kind of a, somewhat good guy. Kind of. He hunts villains and heroes. Huh. Deku still tries to get him outside good, so I'm not gonna do the Stain arc. No, I know. Ingenium doesn't get it. Okay. So. Okay. Um. So. I guess the text still happens. Either way. Um. Different character. Character somewhat like Stain. Still gonna Stain arc. Oh well. But without Stain, okay. Um. So. I don't know. Okay. So. Deku basically. I'm sorry about that. Um. So Deku basically stole um um Toga before she could even get in the fight, and yeah, basically made technically an actual shadow clone, like made his shadow into a clone of himself. So his shadow is gone. So yeah, and Toga and Himiko and Deku basically went on a date. Well, the clone and her dead. So yeah. So Deku um beat up a few Nomu. Actually, Ingenium does get hurt by a villain named the Painter, because he I'm gonna make this somewhat up. Is kind of like Stain, but he draws weapons and it comes out of either his notebook or the wall. Like, he literally splatters paint on the freaking wall and it turns into a weapon. So yeah, um, that's why it's called Painter, because um, yeah. So, Ida tries to um go after him. Deku, after basically destroying the Numu's head, basically, um, basically jumps out of the freaking train, and with his teacher's approval, said, well, with what's his face's uh, approval, said that Deku could use his quirk, and yeah. So he finds Ida almost being stabbed. Deku uh, kicks the painter away and messages Todoroki. And yeah. So yeah, fight goes somewhat the same, except for the fact that paint's everywhere. So yeah. Um. So Deku and Ida do the whole thing. This time with chains instead of rope. And Deku doesn't get picked up this time. He basically cuts the frickin' Nomu's head off before I can do any shit. So yeah. And wait, who should get credit for it? Never not there. The retired hero will do it. And he said, and he will quote, "I had help from three students to help me, and I gave them permission to use their quirks." And this time they weren't as badly brutalized as usual, so yeah, probably maybe a mark or two scratch. But yeah, that is about it. So yeah, Deku. Sorry. Um, try does get credit, and so does Shoto and Ida. Though, yeah, yeah, okay. They oh, did I show you guys a picture of what currently Deku's mom looks like? If I didn't, I will show you. If again, I'll show you in a minute. This is her, and yeah. Okay. After basically looking on Hulu to I forget what the next arc was. All right, so final exams. Um, so the main only fights that mainly go moderately easier is Izuku's and Bakugo's, because Izuku is basically an All Might fighting machine, basically somewhat. Like, plus, if I didn't give him All for One, goes like boom, boom, probably freaking 50 hits, and All Might is down, and Bakugo and Deku were like hauling fucking arse to the finish line. Well, actually, they cuff All Might, and that is how that ends. I mean, no one notices it until the last few seconds before they get hit. That All Might is um cuffed. So yeah, that's a thing. Everything else mainly goes normal, somewhat. But yeah, um, yeah. What else? Uh, oh yeah. Except for except for Minetta's fight, Minetta's dead. Huh. I forgot who I switched him with. Or if I even switched at all. Oh well. So, well, I don't know. Against, Midnight. mm, I don't know. Oh well. Um, so moderately the same, except for All Might's and Midnight's fight against the students. Those two go a lot different. But oh well. Um, so yeah. Let's see what's next. Okay, so um, they do the pool thing where they race. Um, yeah, camping. So the camping thing. That's gonna be a freaking thing. So Deku, once they get to the thing, Deku. I don't know if I did this already. Oh, Deku basically just does a platform for everything. Does that, and they basically stick where they are. And they get back on the bus. So yeah. They moderately do training. Deku's is a lot harder. I don't know what the frick to do. Um, Toga isn't there for the attack. Um, Deku tries to have Dabi reunite with Shoto. So, yeah, and it doesn't really work, but he tries anyway. So yeah. Um, so Deku, um, at the hot springs, um, basically he teleports to the other thing without Koda even noticing, and the girls just they eek, but then cling to Deku, and I don't know why. And because it looks, I don't know, but yeah, they cling to him. Let's try and get a kiss out of him. So yeah, uh, yep. Mina is fucking notifications. Mina is more bold about it and confesses, and yeah, so actually a lot of females confess. So yeah, um, that's the thing. Weird. Um, so Yeah. Then once they let go, Deku teleports back to the male side, and he can like show images, kind of. If he draws a box, he can show images, and he shows male. Oh, not the other males. Basically images of females, the female classes, female women, and they all have a bloody nose. So yeah, and they go to bed, and the blonde uh cat lady person, I don't know. She goes into the males, basically kidnaps Deku, and has her virginity taken by him, which then he wakes up and goes, "You could have just asked." And she's surprised by this, and she's just like blinking her eyes a few times, and Deku goes, "Well, I guess it's my turn." And when he's done, she's knocked out cold. And yeah. So no one wakes up at the sounds. Um, the attack starts. Everyone's screaming. Um, she wakes up and she's prego. Hey, no, she will be without. Well, she will have a child in like 9 months. So yeah, everything goes moderately the same except for Bakugo being. It's mainly Deku's being kidnapped, and Muscular gets killed because Deku Muscular tries not to get attacked. Tries to actually kill him because he knows he's favorited by um Master, aka All for One. So yeah, Muscular tries to kill Deku to try and get favoritism. That doesn't work out. He gets killed. Yeah. Then yeah. It doesn't really work out for anyone. Uh, well, Tokiyami gets somewhat. Actually, no, he. Everyone fails getting Tokiyami getting freaking captured. They'll get bashed to smithereens because he's freaking well. Shadow is raging out, and yeah, I'm sad about that. So yeah, they retreat. So yeah, the cat lady gets she gets captured. So Deku saves her, finds about Nomu thing, that thing. All for one versus one for all happens. Shigaraki tries to interfere to get blown away. Everything happens kind of like canon, except for the fact that Deku steps in and basically gets all his dad. Well, has his dad surrender willingly. I mean, All Might's still a whole skeleton again, but still. Um, I went through like 3 arcs in a matter of 20 minutes. Wow. Okay. So, um, I do next. Okay. So the basically exams happen. Well, them getting beat up happens. Um. So yeah, Deku actually wins that fight against Mirio. Um. Yeah. Um. So. So yeah, we get to most of the thing. Shoto gets dissed by the wind dude, and yeah, everything mainly goes moderately the same, except for the fact that Shoto actually does win, and so does Bakugo. So yeah, um, so yeah, whole class actually does go through this time. Um, hmm. Everything moderately goes the same, except for the fact that well, actually, yeah, everything moderately goes the same. So yeah, um, hmm. Oh yeah, internships. Froppy learns a bit more. Uh, yeah. So, hmm. On a roll today. Okay, whatever. Um, so Deku does moderately everything the same, except for the fact with except for the thing with Himiko. I mean Toga. She doesn't interfere, and it isn't sick. Uh, Deku does the whole well tries to study thing. Um, Toga actually teaches him the thing about the mind and body thing. So yeah, he gets that down, and he's more most likely die actually. Ooh, wait, when's that arc? Ooh, fucking nice. So yeah, moderately goes the same. Fuck my eye. Okay, I'm gonna ask a random question. Do any of you ever uh, get feel like something's in your eye, but then when you try and wipe it away, or you ask someone to look, there's nothing? It's really annoying. Ugh, just happened to me. So yeah. Uh, sorry about that. Back onto the story. Um, so Deku, yeah. Okay. So after that, All Might talks with All for One. The whole conversation happens. Deku visits a few times, a lot actually, because he wants to talk about things like grown up things and what happened at the attack. So yeah, and they did quirk uh make it so quirks don't work in the containment. So yeah, he's not getting out this time. Um, Mirio fights class 1A. Deku wins. Yeah. Okay, so I just found out something. Season 4 is actually finally um dubbed on Hulu. Didn't know that until now. So, overhaul arc. Guy actually does the scoop of Deku. Actually does it, and yeah. Um. So Deku, he. Oh wait, what? What was I gonna do? Interesting. Um. Then after the whole incident, after moving dorms, all that fucking shit. Um. Overhaul. Uh. Does his whole interaction with Shigaraki. Shigaraki trying to add him to the League of Villains, aka LOV, or Love, or whatever. And, yeah. So, after that, er, they talk about stuff like, checking out each other's rooms. They check each other's rooms, see what everything is. Deku's is actually more different. It's like he basically changed into a house. Basically, using his quirk, he basically changed his room into a house. So yeah, it's interesting. It's by pocket dimension, kind of. So yeah, um, uh, Deku, he interns with Overhaul, not Overhaul, Night Eye. Whole thing happens. His feature is different. Well, moderate, somewhat, just except for the blood stain. So yeah. Then Deku and Mirio go for the patrol, run into Eri. Um, Deku goes, so you're Overhaul, am I correct? With a calm fucking face instead of a feared one. So, yeah. Overhaul goes, yes. How do you know my name? Oh, you are on the news, kind of. Well, you're on Night Eye's watch. So, yeah. Um, so, this little girl, what's her name? Overhaul goes, Eri. Deku says, why is she covered up in bandages? He goes, Overhaul goes, she trips a lot. Come along, Eri. Deku goes, I'll be taking her, actually. Overhaul goes, well then, I wouldn't suppose you want to die then, would you? And then he says, well, Eri, seems I'm gonna have to get my hands dirty again. So Eri goes with Overhaul, does the whole thing. Then heroes go to the base. They save Eri, and the fight is just epic. With Eri kind of helping Deku heal his wounds, and Deku getting hurt while basically fighting Overhaul. And yeah, so Deku's just fucking frick freight train right now. So yeah, then just Overhaul goes to prison. Then yeah, Deku adopts Eri and kind of adopts Koda and gets with his aunt. So yeah, he's getting a lot of girls. Don't judge me if you don't like my ships. And I'm not shipping him with Bakugo or Kishimo or males. So yeah. I mean, I respect the whole Baku Deku thing, but that is not going to be a thing on my channel at all. So yeah. Um. So Deku. That's where I wanted it too. Um. So Deku just prepares for the sports. Not sports festival. The school festival thing or whatever it is. I don't know. So yeah. So Deku gets uh goes to a store, gets candy for Airy, soundproof stuff, um yeah. The cops get called because he says he wants the the soundproofing stuff and then says Aries not gonna believe this. What, not gonna believe what hit her. Cops get called and then he has to clear it up along with Aizawa because they were getting ready for the thing and they didn't want Aizawa waking up because they're practicing for the band. And yeah. So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave you off, peeps. Remember, for part 5, I believe, get this to 2 likes. I'd really appreciate it. And if you have any suggestions for if you look at my other videos, go ahead and post them. I will look at every one of my videos so often, a lot. So yeah, but mainly because suggestions would be a very big help. So yeah, you guys would. It's lovely. I'm a talk. I'm a. So yeah, goodbye, my peeps. Have a good day or night, depending on time zones and or where you live. Have a good day or night. Goodbye, my peeps.